What is going on, YouTube? So coming back today with an answer to a question that I've been thinking about for a little while now. So I talked about the Lakers, the Knicks, and the Bulls and their offseason acquisitions and how I think they're going to do this year. So today I wanted to talk about the team that I think is actually going to be the worst team in the NBA in 2016-2017. I'm assuming at this point most of y'all know who it's probably going to be if you followed this offseason. I mean, obviously you never know for sure. The Sixers could tank again and be the worst, or someone else could tank. Who knows? But my gut instinct is the Brooklyn Nets. A team that's kind of had an unfortunate offseason of sorts. They lose pretty much everyone they tried to sign on an offer sheet, most notably Tyler Johnson and Alan Crabb. They have picked up some minor free agents. They picked up, I believe, 3 today, including Anthony Bennett, who I don't know if that's going to work out or not. But anyway, talk about this team's starting five and why I think they're going to finish in last. So their biggest signing so far, probably Jeremy Lin. Their starting five probably consists something of Jeremy Lin at the 1, Caris LeVert at the 2, or Isaiah Whitehead. Probably Caris LeVert, though, if he can stay healthy. And then you got maybe Bojan Bogdanovic at the 3, maybe, or Rondae Hollis-Jefferson. And then Trevor Booker at the 4, another one of their free agent signings. And then Brook Lopez, obviously, at the 5. Now, they do have a little bit of talent heading into the future. It's good they finally unloaded a lot of their big contracts over the last couple years. They're pretty much past that completely. And you know what? They're a pretty young team, honestly. Like, they don't, aside from Brook Lopez, they don't have anyone that was drafted before 2010 on the roster. They have quite a bit of youth that I think sets up pretty well for the future. If Anthony Bennett pays off, which, let's face it, is probably not going to, then that's just another young weapon they have. Now, let's just go through the lineup again right quick. Let's start with Jeremy Lin. Jeremy Lin, good point guard, but he's kind of proven his role as, a 6th or 7th man in the league when he's in a good situation, when he's in the right situation like he was in with Charlotte. And it gets good. He gets to go back to New York. He gets to be in a system where he's going to be the ball-dominant player in the lineup, at least to start. And you know what? It might work that way. We'll see. Maybe New York's just the place he needs to be, even if it's not with the Knicks. At the 2, Caris LeVert or Isaiah Whitehead. Like I said, most likely Caris LeVert. I like his ability, especially if he's able to play off ball and get a little bit of space to shoot. As long as he can stay healthy. That's the big thing with LeVert. Bogdanovic or Hollis-Jefferson, maybe the weak point of the team. Hollis-Jefferson, a guy that can play decently well above the rim. I think he should start, if I'm being honest. But, either way, Bogdanovic, a decent outside shooter. So power forward, Trevor Booker, new pickup. See if that can add some depth. Not much to say about that. Again, not really in my mind still a starting quality power forward in the league. And then Brook Lopez at the 5, a very good scoring center, probably the star of their team right now. Now, look at the rest of the East. You are playing in the, a conference that's worse than the West. But this is still a Brooklyn Nets team that finished low last year. This is a Brooklyn Nets team that's in an Eastern Conference that it really seemed like every team that didn't make the playoffs somewhat improved or at least stayed the same. No one, I think, got hurt as bad as the Brooklyn Nets. Something that I've done in a few of these videos is just take a look at the standings. So, last year, the Nets finished 14th. 11 games ahead of the Sixers. Again, Sixers, overall this year, more talented team than the Nets. It just depends if they finally make that push. Knicks will be a better team this year. The Bucks had an off year. The Magic will be just as good, I think, as last year. Wizards, I think, had an off year. I think they'll be a little bit better, depending on if they make any moves with John Wall or not. I don't think they're going to. That whole Russell Westbrook for John Wall, while it is intriguing, probably won't happen. Chicago Bulls probably going to stay around that 6 to 8, 6 to 9 spot. And then you move into the playoffs, Pistons, Pacers, Hornets. Those teams are dramatically better than the Nets. Granted, the Hornets did get a little bit worse during the offseason, so that's something to watch out for. I don't think the Hornets are going to be that bad, though. So, I'm sorry, Nets fans. I think it's good. It's very good long term. Like, if you're looking for a positive in this side, there is a pretty good one, and that's the fact that you guys finally offloaded all your big contracts. You're ready to move into the future. I mean, I know that's been a process that started way before this offseason, but this is also something that looked like it could have taken a while, and I really do believe that Caris LeVert is someone you can build around for the future. Not maybe build around, but I think he is a solid piece for the future again, if he can stay healthy. Even over the rest of the roster, I think Brook Lopez still has a lot of good years left. I think that Jeremy Lin could be at least a rotation player for a while. I think Isaiah Whitehead can be a rotation player for a while. Rondé Hollis-Jefferson, another one that can be a good rotation player for a while in my mind. If you can get a better, I think they really need to land a 3 and a 4 in this coming year's draft. And then see if, in this loaded set of free agency this coming year, see if you can either get a star to come to Brooklyn or, get a young small forward and get a good power forward. I think it really sucks they couldn't have landed Allen Crabbe, because I really would have liked that lineup moving forward. Like I said, if they could have landed Allen Crabbe, put him with Caris LeVert, Jeremy Lin, Brook Lopez, and then, maybe land a solid power forward of the future, that's a team that could compete in the East for 5-6 years. Maybe not win like even an Eastern Conference title, maybe not a division title, but compete. Something that I think Nets fans just kind of want after how bad last year was. All right, so that'll pretty much do it for this video. Like I said, I'm not making this to shit on the Nets, really. Like I said, I try to name the pros and cons of all these team situations. When I did the Lakers, I said to an even greater degree, the Lakers have a really good thing moving forward for the first time in a while. For the first time in a couple years. The Knicks finally will be able to compete for the first time in a few years, and the Bulls, they will be relevant at least short term, and they made some good moves short term for this offseason. Like I said, there were pros and cons to every single one of these videos. So again, I'm not just trying to crap on your favorite team, just sharing my opinion and what I think the direction moving forward is where you're at right now. Anyway, that's pretty much it. See ya.